Very good morning, students. So in the previous lecture, we have seen about stream IOs, that is formatted IO operations and unformatted IO operations, right? And what are the functions required in order to do the input-output operations by using formatted and unformatted. So in today's lecture, we'll discuss about file IO. So that is input-output operations onto the files, right? So how we can do the input output operations onto the files? What are the various functions required in order to perform the input output operations? What are the stream classes required in order to perform the input output operations? We'll discuss those things in this lecture. So basically, input output operation. In previous class, we have done input out IO operations by using IO devices, input output devices. So whereas in this one here, we do IO operations using files here. That means on files. A computer file. Basically, what is meant by computer file? Computer file is nothing but it is a data stored on secondary device here. Example disk. So data once it is stored on the disk, it is permanent as long as you yourself delete the data here. And so these files can be used to provide input data to a program or receive the output data from your program. That means, so your program takes the input from the file and after processing the data, again writes the data into a file. That means, so whatever data takes what the program takes the data from your file and process the data again write into a file here, right? So that is input to the program is from file and output to the program is also file here, right? So it should reside in project directory for easy access. So that means the file should reside in a project directory for easy access here, and this file must be opened before use that particular file. Suppose if you want to do IO operation onto the file, before using that file, it must be opened here, right? So what are the steps for doing the file operations? First, declare a file name variable. That means first we have to create a file and associate the file name variable with disk file name, right? And similarly, first we have to open the file, use the file, and close the file. So using the file is nothing but perform IO operations onto the file, right? Either reading the data from the file or writing the data into a file, right? All these operations are appending the data into a file or deleting or removing the data from the file, right? All this can be done here. So that is what these are the three basic steps. First, to open the file. So that we have to open the file, which file you want to on which file you want to do the operations. So then use that file. Using is nothing but if you are open the file for reading operation, you read the data from the file. If you open the file for write operation, write the data into a file. So after doing these read and write operation, read or write operations onto the file, then finally you have to close the file. So in order to do that file, all these IO operations onto the file, so we have to use the streams concept here. Stream is a what basically sequence of characters or flow of data in terms of bytes or in terms of characters here. So stream is nothing but flow of characters or sequence of characters here. So it is interactive. So basically we have the IO stream. We have the various categories of streams, I stream, O stream, IO stream, right? So that is input output stream here. So which is having some objects, predefined objects, C in, C out. C in is the input stream associated with the keyboard and C out is the output stream associated with the display. Basically C in and C out are the objects of the I stream and O stream classes, and this object represents C in represents the input stream, C out represents the output stream, right? So these are associated with the input output devices, keyboard and display. That means C in is there. It is the input stream. So that means the program will take the data from the keyboard and C out means it is an output stream. So this stream is connected to the display device. C in is connected to the keyboard here, right? Similarly, like IO streams, we have the file F streams also. F stream is file streams. So in this IF stream, that is the input file stream and output file streams are there. So basically defines a new input stream that is normally associated with a file and both input file stream and output file stream both are associated to the files only, are linked to the file here, right? So suppose if you want to read the data from the file, so then we use the if stream object. If you want to write the data into a file, then we have to use the of stream file, of stream object here, right? So basically stream library headers here. So already we know about IO stream contains basic information required for all stream IO operations, right? And IO manipulators also we have seen in previous slides contains information useful for performing formatted output operations, right? So and stream IO stream for unformatted output operation, input output operations here. Next, F stream contains information for performing file IO operations. That means input output operations onto the file here. Similarly, we have the string streams also there. So for that, we have to use str stream header. So these are the various headers. IO stream is header, IO manip is an header, F stream is an header, str stream is an header here, right? So based on our requirement, we can use these headers in our program here. So suppose str stream header is there, contains information for performing in-memory IO operations here. So this is a classes hierarchy, stream classes hierarchy here. IOS is the base class to the stream and O stream, and see, you can see here IOS is the base class for iStream and OStream, and iStream is the base class for IOStream, and OStream is the base class for IOStream. So that means IOStream is derived from the OStream and iStream. So that means iStream provides the input functionalities and output. OStream provides the output functionalities. This and the IOStream provides the input output functionalities, right? So this IO stream header includes the IO operations associated with input output devices. So similarly, IF stream. So IF stream is a derived class of the I stream, and OF stream is a derived class of the O stream here. So and F stream is a derived class of OF stream and I stream, IF stream. So that means IF stream provides all the input functionalities related to file input, and OF stream provides all output functionalities related to the file output operations, right? File input, and F stream it provides all input output operations from the file here. IOS is the base class here, right? If F stream inherits from the I stream and F stream inherits from the I stream, IO stream, OF stream, and IF stream. So some of the functionalities available in the IO stream, we can also use in the F stream here. So this is one example, C++ file streams, how they are. So basically memory represents a program. So here in main, I'm using class declarations. So two objects are created, IF stream, that is a file input stream object, OF stream, file output stream object here. So this file input stream object represents a data moving towards the memory. In the memory, the program will be there. So from the file, data will be moving towards the memory here, and from the program, data will be moving towards the file here, F4, right? So this is the structure. Okay. So the remaining will continue in the next class. Thank you.